Welcome everybody, welcome to David's Kitchen, where I am doing a show where you're going to learn how to quickly make food for yourself out of the freezer. Now, one of the ideas that we came up with was to grab some salmon patties. And I got these for $2, 4 patties for $2. So the salmon patties are the equivalent of basically $1 worth for these 2 patties, which is quite a bit of seafood when you think about it. So I'm going to put those on a plate, set it right there under the camera. Yeah, it's pretty bright. I guess, whoa, I don't need this camera anymore. Let me turn this off, see if it's any better. That's almost better, yeah. All right, so one of the things we're going to do is use those 2 patties with a can of sardines. Now, get the sardines with the soybean oil in it or olive oil. I actually prefer olive oil, actually. Forget the soybean oil because that's usually genetically modified. I got these things at Costco, and they're like $1 a can, and they have the olive oil in them. So what that does is when it hits the pan, you just drop the oil in the pan. So we're going to start up a hot pan right now. And I'm going to follow someone's advice here and move this thing off of there. I don't want to singe the breadboard, if you know what I mean. Now, today's dinner is going to also include a thing of organic rice that I got for $1, but you can get it for $2. So we're up to $4 now. Typically, this is available at your store for around $2. They're already pre-cooked rice. It's brown rice, which is great. So we're up to $4, and I got about $1 worth of broccoli here. I got this for $1.49 a pound, so this is not quite a pound. So if you can get a good price on broccoli, buy it in bulk. Please, it's highly recommended. Very good for you. It's full of vitamin C of all things, calcium. Yeah, they are boneless, skinless. That's what I like about them, honest, Edmund. You can work with them pretty quickly, and I'm going to pour that oil in the pan once it's hot. So I've got it at level 3, and this is going to be a really interesting quick meal. I decided to give myself a time limit by having technological problems to start with. We had some problems with the computer. The AC cord was acting up, and I have to be very careful with AC cords on your laptops. Those connections, if you torque them, they do weird things. So I'm going to tell Sarah, be sure to be very careful about the AC cord. Speaking of technology, they've got some pretty amazing laptops out for Christmas. But they won't work unless you're RFID checked and vaccinated. Yeah. Now, the only way to unlock them is to be RFID checked and vaccinated. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure that's the next big thing. I've been looking at the overall body. I've been looking at my body and analyzing it under a mirror, and I've noticed that I've lost some weight. You notice the V shape starting to happen, and you'll see the upper body, it's starting to thicken out, kind of like a bodybuilder, because I did bodybuilding back in '78. Yeah, so anticipate like the Incredible Hulk forming here. The more pissed off I get that they want to force vaccinate you. Yeah. Yeah, so we are going to be looking at the Bitwave group who are now mocking our show with a show called Third Panty. So, hey, I don't really care what they do. Bottom line is this needs to go viral. We've got to get all the people that can vote who aren't voting because they just desponded. And if you hear anybody at all saying, oh, yeah, I really don't want to vote, just say, hey, no. This guy has been out there trying to be our president for 12 years and been censored by the Zionist elitists. He wants to legalize pot. He wants to get us back on track where we get back to normal. And just write my name in, David Sponheim, okay? Please. Okay, we're getting a hot pan. Let's get this hot pan over here. It's getting there. It's getting there. And this way you don't have to use any added oil. You just take the sardine can like this. Lift the edge. And the best thing about this is it infuses the meal with taste. You know, no matter what you're making, whether it's rice or pasta, just pull off a little corner like that. See that? And it just drops right in there. Olive oil, extra virgin. You know, drain it all out because you really don't need it, you know, in the can right now. You're going to be using these sardines in the meal too. Now these salmon burgers, the reason why I chose them is because they really taste not so good unless they're on an open grill. The only time I've ever had them where they're good is on an open grill. And yes, I will be using 1 celery stick today and some mushrooms and a half of an onion. So we're right around $6 for my total cost. Mushrooms. We're gonna break open this onion right away. I use recyclable plastic. I reuse this plastic for, you know, instead of putting a new piece of saran or a new piece of plastic, I always use these recycled ones. This is one of Sarah's chili spiced mangoes packages that she had. It surprisingly keeps everything, once you put that onion in there, it stays forever. Onions are a natural antiseptic, antibiotic. It gets rid of, you know, bugs. So if you put an onion in there with the chili spice mango, you've got a lasting reusable bag. You don't have to clean it out. Of course, there will be a little taste of chili spice mango in everything you touch. You just released an autocorrect to Denny Sponheim. You know, it doesn't matter, Jimmy. Yeah, you just lost your count over that. Anytime you mess with the voting system, the thing is people have a hard right. They have the ability to write it in. And if you say Denny, it's going to go back to David back when they checked the ballots. Okay, you idiot. You cooking up to get you past a week of elections in case the crap hits the fan? You know, I'm not. I really have bug out bags everywhere. So wherever you go, you should have a 2-week supply of food and everything you need in it: medical, water, recyclables. My sister tells me I should tell you all to start prepping. And I really do believe that all of you need to prep. Yep. I do not accept fraudulent votes, no. I've never taken any money illegally from anyone. Well, let's be clear. I had to send $100 back to some guy in Norway who wrote me and gave me $100, and we sent it right back because we can't take foreign money. I mean, I suppose I could have called it a gift, but no. He said you can do whatever you want with this. It's like, you know, I'm just gonna, since I've stayed on the even keel for all these years and I haven't been in any way in violation, whereas basically Joe Biden has taken all kinds of money from Hamas, and Black Lives Matter is a conduit for Hamas. Okay, let's start with that hot pan. I guess maybe I do need this light after all. Whoa, yeah. We're gonna cut the onion on the bottom here. Just cut the piece off of there, and then peel back the layer. Let me move this camera a little bit over so you can see me. There we go. Hi. You know, that smells pretty good. That sardine smell is starting to fill the kitchen. Okay, just throw that onion in the pan. You'll hear a little sizzle. Now I want the roughage, so I'm not going to pull the strings off of this like Sarah likes to pull the strings off of it, because we really do need a little roughage in our dinner. Nice tight dice, no more than 1/8 of an inch on the celery, but the onions can be 1/4 inch. Okay. We're going to rinse off those I mean, it's a pretty good product. I mean, from the outside of the package, it said Ocean Eclipse, wild Alaskan salmon patties, right? Burgers. But you really have to cook them on an open grill, because if you pan fry them, they're like soggy and what. You know, I could make meatballs sometime, yeah, if we get some good meat. No, I'm not. The tuna fish coat's coming in the new episode. I'm building a survival episode where I'm going to build a tuna fish coat out of packages of packages of Walmart stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking of building, because they're all Mylar, and these little tuna packets, they're in soft pliable pouches. You can actually strap to the inside of your body and make a food pack, and it protects you from radio frequency stimulation, unless you want a little stimulation. You like a little 5G stimulation in your brain, turn it into a Vegematic. Your brain will be a Vegematic. Now, you're bringing up these U.S. Muslims right now. It's just not a good time, okay? So could you post these later, like in a while? Yeah, thank you. Jeez. Okay, let's, the thing is, this dish requires greenery, so we're going to go with the florets. So chop the florets off of the, and this is not organic. With broccoli, I just buy regular because it happens to have the lowest amount of Roundup of any vegetable. Isn't that great? Okay, just take these flowers and drop them off, but don't put them in yet. Yeah, we're going to wait a little bit on the flowers and the mushrooms. I'm going to start with the base of the stalk of the broccoli itself. Now, this is a really nice little thing to add to a stir fry because it adds a lot of texture. And you can cut these straight down like this, unless at the base of the stalk, then you got to peel the sides off. If the sides are tender, you're pretty good. This looks like a tender piece, so it's pretty good. Okay, we're just going to cut this and dice it 1/4 inch each. Keep your hands rolled down like that when you cut, so you don't get your finger under there. And always look at the knife. The number one rule of cooking is always be looking at the knife. Don't take your eyes off the knife. Number one rule, whenever you're doing something. Okay. Okay, we're kind of moving that around. Okay, now comes, you have a hot pan, right? Now you want to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. You knew I was going to say that, right? No more than about 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, now turn the flame up to level 6. Cover it up and give that a little shake. In just a second, I'm going to add water. Okay, a second's up. Add water. Just a little splash. And then take your fruit enzyme spray and spray your face so you hydrate yourself during the cooking experience. This light is a little bright, isn't it? Let's go to natural lighting. I love the sound of my spa in the background. Isn't that great? Yeah, I've been insulating my spa for the winter. Yeah, it's been awesome. DC Breezy, I asked you not to post, and you're posting, so you have been taken out. You will next move, you will be actually removed from the show. Sorry, I can't get into my other shows like iVlog and other areas. Misanthropy, did you just purge your message? That's weird. What's happening? What's going on? What the hell? Everybody's messages are purged now? Wow, somebody hacked a server. Oh, he's doing that on his own? No, Jeffrey Epstein's doing it now. Bengalitis is doing it. It's a joke? You think this is funny? Look, I'm going to pull my name off the screen so you won't have to remember it. It sounds like Anaheim, but it's Sponheim. All right? Anaheim, but Sponheim. David Sponheim. Isn't this fun, just hanging out? You know, we're really running behind today. It's going to be tough, but once I get it to level 6, I gotta cut these mushrooms. You can go for fairly big pieces because mushrooms don't really like to get lost in your dinner. If a mushroom is too small, it'll get lost in your dinner. It won't know where it is. And it really just wants to go in your mouth, you know? So in this case, it's less is more. The less you cut, the more mushroom you have. All right, now you take your sardines like that. Lift the cover. It wouldn't do it. It's locked in. Okay, I'm going to pry it out. Come on, guys, get out of there. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? No, we have Prince Andrew in the can here. Prince Andrew, are you going to testify in Jeffrey Epstein's case, or what's happening with that? Because I think you're still in the room, right? These boneless sardines are the best. If you do have sardines with bones, you may want to pull the bones out. Put a little water in there too. Get every little bit of it out of there. Come on, get out of there. Then take your broccoli florets and then just break them off in there. Get in there. Take all your mushrooms and put them in there too. That's special. Okay, keep that at level 6 and just start steaming away. Steam. Yeah. It's no longer funny, Jeff. Prince Andrew, please stop purging yourself. Are you protesting me purging the DC guy who posts nothing but stuff in our show? Is this like are you boycotting the show with your purge statements? This could be new. Well, Dark Engine doesn't like being a mod. He didn't want to be, so I don't blame him. Well, even doing the show, I mean, you realize video is failing? Seems to be doing okay on my end. Do you realize how much effort? Oh yeah, Vaughn's getting kicked down. The potatoes are not cooking. There's no potatoes in this dish. I buy these pre-cooked rice bags. This is organic long grain, organic, seeds of change. I mean, that's the best stuff you can get, really, in my opinion. And it's like you pull it right off and it's like zip, zip, zip. But right now is the critical time we're going to cut those things up. Because believe me, they're not that great on their own. The idea is you want to get your specific heat of your cooking dish to a high level so that you're ready to just drop this stuff in, cut up, diced up. And rinse the packages out because otherwise they smell in the garbage. It's a shame we have so much plastic waste in this world, you know. It really bothers me. You know, I'd rather just buy one big fish, I think. Yeah, I'm cutting back on carbs significantly. As you know, I'm trying to get down to my ideal weight of 122 pounds. My skeletal frame weight, I call it. I'll have enough room for muscle to get through my isolation chamber. I plan on going into a deep, I'm planning on going into like an isolation chamber for about 400 to 500 years. That's my primary goal. Now remember, the goal is to get to be 999 years old. So if I can get into the isolation tank by the time I'm 100 or 120, I think I'll be okay. And they say the less weight you have, the longer you live. So. And that stops at a certain point. So if you get to 120 pounds, your skeletal frame weight, actually it's probably like 100. but don't quote me on that. But if you get to that point, you're going to be dead. So it's kind of it's a sliding scale. You don't live longer, you actually die. No, honest Edmund. This is the thing. Is video still down? Because honest Edmund is not very nice. Okay, we've been knocked off. Well, the good thing, the recorded broadcast has me and you can watch me. Hey, we got a good, strong steam going back here, so things are looking good. With these things, you just want to cut them and bisect them. So you're just going to go like this. Kind of like a pizza pie. Think of them as little fishies swimming, you know? Little fishies. Okay, that's probably good. Okay, you're going to watch me do a little something here with my moves. Now you got to have dill in this dish. So, and because the dill, it hits your mouth and your palate with a burst of energy, you want to have, yeah, refresh everybody. Once the dill hits, third pantry, you're not allowed in here either. Nobody can take my name and use it in my show. At DC, you've been warned, this is your ban. Okay, if you don't listen to the rules, you can't be in the chat room. Darth, that is sick. You're some sort of a pervert. I can't believe you just said that. I can't believe I'm putting up with this. Okay, so take the dill weed, which I get organic dill at, can't see it very well. I get organic dill at Walmart. Believe it or not, they've got a whole rack of this stuff. You don't look familiar. No, you're not nice either. So put the dill right on the top of that. See that? Okay, then now take the pan like this. I'm going to show the 1-2 move. Okay, you grab the pan like this, go like this, take the lid and go like that. See what I just did? Now give it a shake. All right, you need a glass top to do it this way. Now everything is steaming like really fast, hard. Now what you want to do is take that seeds of change right now, open that up, pre-cooked rice, put it on the plate. Now I don't recommend microwaving this stuff. I mean, you're going to get organic food, non-GMO. Why would you microwave? Put a little water on it. And you can put added spice on this as well. So today I'm going to go with a little cumin. I'm going to put a little cumin on there for taste, for flavor. You could put some pepper if you have nothing. You know what would be good on this? Onion powder. Let's do that. Or no, garlic powder. Yeah, I've got garlic powder up here. I got that at Walmart too, organic. I showed Sarah the rack at Walmart. It's so cool. It's like $2.50. I was like, Sarah, I want to show you this rack. These organic things at Walmart. Yeah, put some garlic powder on there. You know, don't be shy. Put a little, you know. Okay, now take this pan and do the same thing with it. You ready? Cover it. Yeah, cover as much as you can in there. And then you take the end here and just keep that steam in there. That's really important. Keep it in there. Try not to burn your fingers. Okay, I can start getting ready for getting all of it. You don't want to waste one kernel. I could feed a family of 4 in Mogadishu. People seem to eat less in Africa because there's nothing to eat. You know, they're starving in Nigeria. Of course, you don't even care about that. Okay. Give it a good spin. Keep it level 6. We're good. We're just hard steam frying here. Oh, good. Sarah's home. Cool. Right. Ta-da, ta-da-ta-ta-ta. Yeah, so, you know, obviously, regrettably, packages like this have to go in the garbage. Now, if you are customizing your home, you can consider, you know, using it for siding on your house, I suppose. Yeah. Well, we're almost done. You know, I kind of feel like there's not enough salt in here, although those salmon patties were salty and the sardines are salty. So if you really want to add some salt at this point, I don't know about you, but I like Parmesan. And I'm getting near the end of my big mega containers, so I'm going to just throw a little Parmesan on top of this. And then I'm going to give everything a big spin. Here we go. Break everything up. There we go. Now you'll gauge how much you have going on right here. It's important to, you know, you can always add peppers to this. And I'm kind of a, you know, unfortunately, I'm kind of unhappy I didn't go with the rotini today because I had this incredible cheese I bought. Let me show it to you. Oh, look at that. Feta with roasted pepper. President makes great cheese, spreadable cheese. Yeah. Yeah, this looks so good. You think I should put that in with the rice? I think I should. I bet it would be good on an avocado. Yeah, this looks really good. Feta and roasted red pepper. I'm going to go for it. Okay, so I'm going to crack this open, put a little cheese flavor in there. Everyone loves cheese. That'll add to the flavor. Now, you're not going to believe what I paid for this. I got this for 47 cents. It was like, well, it's like 2 for 97 cents. So, yeah. 47, 48. When they get a little bit old and they're ready to put them out, you know, at Grocery Outlet, which is a store I shop at, they drop the price. It's just great. Yeah, discounted cheese, exactly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull the top off slightly. In this instance, I'm going to grab a fork. I'm going to go for that red pepper section. Let's take a big hunk of that. That looks really good. Okay, I'm going to throw that in there. Here we go. Whoops. Okay, give it a good spin. I got a loose one here. Hang on. There we go. I got it. Yeah, give everything a good spin. Move everything around. Make sure you have enough moisture in there, but not too much. This is awesome. Okay, I think we're good. Let's turn it down to completely off. Make sure you don't have any sticking going on. Fantastic. And mixing everything up is going to be good. Now, I can set it all together right now. And in this particular instance, yeah, I totally clean my stove with natural water, so there's nothing to worry about here. Yeah, actually natural water, not artificial water. 100% natural water in my stove. All right, so we got a lot of things we got to throw in the compost heap. I'm grabbing my handful. That'll be great on chips, but I think for flavoring, I think I just boosted the meal to a whole another level. Yeah. All right. No, I don't keep anybody locked in the shed. The she shed. She likes living out there. I'm serious. This is like a really cool thing for her. I just gave her one of those containers of the president's stuff. I bought about 4 of them for crackers. Well, folks, we're going to put it in the blue bowl, but not right now. So everything's turned off right now. I'm going to add a little water to the dish, just a touch. And it cooks in its own heat right now. It's all those flavors are going to seal, and the broccoli will be al dente. Now, if you don't have broccoli for some reason, say you're out of the cupboard and you don't have fresh vegetables, you can use canned peas to replace for the vegetable, okay? And Del Monte makes one that's non-GMO. This happens to be an older one before they put the non-GMO label on there, but if you look for Del Monte, they have really good non-GMO stuff. Yeah, seriously. All right, this is it for me, signing off. Thank you for coming into David's Kitchen. As usual, we've got a fantastic meal. Let me show it to you. A little bit of stovetop cooking here, where we actually cook on the stove. Rinsing off a few things. Cleaning up as you go. Voila. Look at that wonderful meal. You can't really see the greenery in it, but the greenery really looks good. It's fantastic. So you can definitely feed 6 people with this, folks. All right, this is it. No outro, music, nothing. We just, unless I can pull up some sound from my file. Let me see if I have it. That is an illegal use of the name. You have been banned. Yeah, it seems that I'm out of my music, unless my OneDrive is open here, but it's not. Oh, no, here it is. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Wright, it is. Mr. Wright Short. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. No, it's not opening up. That's weird. Yeah, it's like the OneDrive locked me out for some reason. Very strange. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happens. Technology, you know, what can I say? We got New Slam, maybe that'll play. No, that won't play either. Yeah, I think they locked me out at this on this computer. When OneDrive copied all of my files, right? All of my files from my pictures, my documents, everything. And then they said, oh, we're getting too full. So I said, okay, I'll get rid of my pictures and documents. Well, they got rid of them all, including on my hard drive. Thank you. Isn't technology in the cloud wonderful? Luckily, I had it all in the recycling bin, and I just, restored. So, all right, I'm going to open up the show in about 2 minutes. We'll get the thing going at 6 o'clock, hopefully. I'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Good night.